Good morning. Can you guys hear me? Give me 1 second. Let me switch it, change it, rearrange it over here on my end. Let's see here. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Let me see here. Let me make sure we switch it, change it. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Can everyone hear me? Give me 1 second. Just over here, making a few adjustments on my end. I hope everybody can hear me without issue. We definitely will be getting into some things today regarding some of our favorite shows. Go ahead and like the video. If you have yet to do so, go ahead and do that for your girl. I thank you guys so much for watching. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. See here. There we go. Let's go ahead and do that right there. And then let's see who we have in the chat. What's going on, everybody? What is up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to the lovely people on this Monday, okay? Good morning to the lovely people, okay? Give me 1 second here. Let me go ahead and switch up some more things on my end. Well, hey, babe. What's going on, everybody? I want to believe that you guys can hear me. Listen, understand, this won't always be a Monday thing, y'all. Y'all know I had a lot going on, girl, over the weekend. Y'all know we do these conversations on Sundays, honey. But listen, your girl had to celebrate her child, okay? Back to back, okay? Your girl had to go back to Alabama this weekend. And it was cute, y'all. It was so really cute. We had a really good time with the family, girl. Those were the days. Y'all know how y'all get with y'all family and you just be reminiscing and just reflecting back to when you was a kid. Sometimes I do sit and wish I was a kid again, like for real. Like I ain't had no worries, girl. I ain't had no bills. You know what I'm saying, girl? Life, girl, it happens so quick. It's just, oh my God. Goes by so, oh wow, I was just reflecting, thinking about my son being 18. I'm twice his age, and I'm just like, wow, those 18 years went by quick. Actually, from the time I was born until now went by like zoom. So I'm like, girl. Okay, if you're trying to do some things in the next 30 plus years, you might want to get to it because you're going to be in your 70s in just a second. So, being around family makes you think like that, reflect. And girl, first of all, it's the drive from Georgia to Alabama. First of all, girl, when you have just a whole lot on your mind, you should be reflecting about life and thinking. Ooh, sometimes those drives can be like very therapeutic at the same time, It's not like, girl, I need to get my life together. All right, I mean, I feel like I've accomplished some things, you know what I'm saying? This little time span here, girl. But at the same time, I would like to accomplish a lot more. Do you feel what I'm saying? Girl, I ain't stopping no Bessemer. Girl, my town ain't over there. Girl, I'm from the capital. I believe Birmingham used to be the capital at one point, but it's not, girl. I'm from the capital, girl. No, ma'am. And I don't know if y'all live in y'all hometowns, but with me not living there, when I come back, y'all, it looks so different. And I'd be like, was this like this when I was growing up? It couldn't have been. I went to college just around the corner. Why is it looking like a whole nother, like what is happening over here? I mean, it's giving rundown. It is. And I'm just, it pisses me a bit because I'm wondering what is going on with the monies that people is paying. Okay. Houses towed down to the ground, but they're still having to pay taxes on them. Why are there potholes in the streets? Okay. Why is there trash on the grass? Like I'm a little confused. What are you doing with the people's money? Where is the money's going? You can only go out so far. Okay. Y'all keep putting what is it, like retail stores and building up different plazas and new neighborhoods further out. You can only go so far before you're intruding on somebody else's county. Okay, we need you to go back to the other side of town and get that stuff together. And it's crazy because the side of town that my family is on was really like a great side of town. So I'm like, if y'all looking a little, oh my God, then I can imagine what the not so great side of town looking like, or it's really looking like, oh my God. But anyway, girl, I'm just going on a little rant, just, how I go home real quick, beat up about 24 hours, girl. Let me go and hit the skirt, get up out of here. This was cute. This was nice. Did I see everybody I need to see? Okay. All right. Then we're going to catch y'all on the flip. Well, I might be back around Thanksgiving. I cannot promise you that. I cannot. Okay. I have a new home at this point. It is my comfort zone. Understand. Okay. I do need to make more trips back to see my grandma. Y'all, my grandma had me hollering because we were supposed to be going to a restaurant, right? I was celebrating my son. So we were all going to a restaurant. And my mom got there before me because, I had to go ahead and load up on that gas because I'm like, girl, I don't know what time I'm pulling out tonight. And I need this tank on full because I may leave tonight or in the morning. Girl, I need to be correct with the gas. And so when my mom pulled up, come to find out my grandma had been sitting waiting at the restaurant for hours. And I'm just like, ma'am, who told you to be here this early? We specifically told you a time. Like, why are you sitting here? Girl, that lady is so funny. We were taking pictures and stuff at the end, like after we ate and stuff. My grandma, she was in the car talking to my son. And I came to the car and I was like, Grandma, come on so we can take this. She said, please. My grandma called me Mira. She like, Mira, please don't make me get out the car. Please just let me. It was just I was so tickled. I was like, well, you ain't got to go. It's hot. Go ahead. You can go ahead and go home. Okay. It's all right. I love you. Girl, it was too funny. I'm like, first of all, I understand because she had been there. She stayed for hours and hours and hours and hours. And I don't know how long she was there, but she was damn sure there before us. And I'm just like, Susie Mae. That's not her name, but I call everybody out their name by calling them a whole nother name. Okay. I'm just like, Susie Mae, who told you to get here this early? And you're just sitting here waiting on everyone. What is going on? But anyway, child, that's all. It was cute. It was cute to, literally jump in, jump out. Because that's what I do when I go to Montgomery. I jump in and I jump out. Anyway, what's going on, everybody, over here in the chat? We have a few things to chit-chatty patty about over here regarding these own shows. You think so, Alicia? This has been an interesting weekend. What you mean? You know what, Alicia? Girl, it was you that DM'd me, wasn't it? That was you I was talking to today, wasn't it? Or last night. I know it was you. Hold on, did I not share this? Hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. I think I did. Did I share it? I hope I shared it. Okay. You sent me some, I'm gonna have to pull it up. Oh, wow. You just sent me something else. What is this? Okay, it's getting really messy out here in the streets. Mug shots are falling all out of the sky with Love and Marriage Huntsville. I mean, they're just falling out of the sky. What is going on, people? What is going on? Remind me to talk about that before the episode, once we get to Love and Marriage Huntsville. Somebody, anybody, please, okay, make a note to yourself. Jamie, talk about these mug shots, okay? Because this is a travesty. All right. I also got to pull up something else for y'all, too, as we get into put a ring on it because some text messages and things were leaked. And we have to talk about that. We really have to get into those things. So, girl, I need to. Let me see if I can do it now. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me see if I can add these to the screen here. But I'm gonna have to remove them real quick because they be trying to, remove. Okay, perfect. And then let me see if I can add one more file. Okay. And then we're gonna remove that one real quick. And then we're gonna get into some time. So let me see what we got over here. In the chat, what's up, everybody? What's up? Thank you guys so much for joining us on today. Okay, let's see what y'all got going on. Girl, I know that's right. The drive to Mobile makes me want a vision board. Do you hear what I'm saying, girl? Do you hear what I'm saying, girl? Make you just look. It's crazy because you really get all your P's and Q's together when you on the road, but when you get home, it be a whole nother story, girl. You be having all kind of other stuff going on. It's like, damn. But I am gonna try to do some of the things I said that I would. Thank you so much, Nola. I appreciate that, girl. Thank you so much. Girl, it's really because I need to give me some more contacts, but I also need to let my eyes breathe. Um, that's when exactly, no houses and streets. Will kill a will alignment very quickly. Very quickly. Make no mistakes about it, girl. Whew, it's just different. It's just different. I hate it. Places to spend money, but barely paying any money to the people. Hear what I say? Hear what I say? I'm like, what the fuck is going on in the streets and in my home? What is going on? Yes, they are steady taxing us and adding onto East Chase in downtown. That's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm saying though. But not fixing streets in predominantly black neighborhoods, especially around ASU. And you know that's exactly what I was talking about because I was over there on Ann Street, and I'm over here like, what the fuck? Now we didn't have this gas station they done got three. I'm like, two gas stations was enough. And all of them be blowed for no damn reason. Trash along the grounds. You got the Wendy up the corner by the interstate that shut down with the boards on it. I said, what? I said, this was not like this when I was over here in college. What is happening? Girl, we hate to see it. We hate to see it. And it's the areas that's it's the black neighborhoods for me that are run down, that are near downtown. Y'all fixing around stuff, but y'all got a whole neighborhood area not far from downtown and the police department. It's like it's just raggedy. It's just run down. And then as soon as you've been in the left corner, it's like a whole different environment. I'm like, oh my God. And it's sad because if I was in them neighborhoods, I think they raise hell because y'all paying about the same amount of taxes on properties as everybody else, and y'all not benefiting at all from that. So what the fuck are we doing here? But you know, if ain't nobody gonna say nothing, they're gonna keep doing what they want to do, girl, and continue to put it in people's pockets. Well, let's keep going. Okay, anyway, y'all got me all on the tangent. I'm sorry, we on a whole nother conversation. We're gonna pull it back. We're going to pull it back. Let's pull it back. Thank you so much, Tamika, for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Exactly. And they're gonna do that anyway, because that's just how they is. Okay. Hate to hear it, hate to see it. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about Put a Ring on It because it did come on this weekend. It was the reunion. And I feel like the reunion was much better than the actual show itself. So yeah, let's talk about it. Shay and Fonzo. Let's get into them real quick. So Shay addressed why she called him her spouse, because that was a big thing. People felt like, girl, y'all not married. I don't even know why you calling this man your spouse. You can dead that. That's not it. She says it's because they live together and they pay bills together and they have businesses together, which is why she calls him her spouse. And it's like, I hear you, but if something were to happen to Fonzo, the police not gonna care nothing about your term of spouse. Okay. And the powers at B or wherever they at, they're not going to care nothing about that. Honey, they're going to be looking for certain paperwork. Okay. They're going to be looking for certain, okay, are you power of attorney or something? Like, I'm confused. What are you? All right. Why you over here talking about spouse? All right. It doesn't apply in certain areas. Anyway, what we also learned about Shay and Fonzo is that they ended up splitting up. All right. So they definitely broke up with each other after the proposal. And it was because he sat down with her and he really opened himself up and told her everything that had happened in their relationship. But what was interesting was Fonzo trying to sit up there and lie and say, well, it was some infidelity, but it was more so earlier on. And I said, you were earlier on lie. That's number one. And number two, I don't know if y'all caught when Shay said, She said, and then they chopped it. So I don't know what happened during that time, but it sounds like Shay was going against what it is that he said. All right. So there's that. Some part of me felt like y'all could have made this a 2-part reunion because I just don't like how they chopped up people's segments, shall you say. I feel like Shorty and Kenneth had a pretty long segment. I was glad theirs was over, but I'm saying that Charlie's name was kind of short. The first part was they talked about their kid, the fact that they about to have a baby, then they go into something else, right? So I'm like, I guess y'all could have possibly had like a 2-parter, but then at the same time, I was ready for the season to be over with. So I'm kind of okay with the 1 part at the same time, but I guess. So what else ended up happening? So because he ended up, when it comes to Fonzo and Shay, he ended up cheating on her or whatever. She decided that she was going to skate out on a plug. So Miss Girl decided to leave him to his lonesome. Okay. Whatever that looked like, considering the fact that they're so intertwined with each other, you left. I wonder how that, I guess she moved out. Like, she said for a couple of months or something like that, but Okay, girl, I guess that's true. Anyway, come to find out, his mom has finally come around to her. They're talking just about every day, she says. So I was like, okay, well, that's good for the mom. I wonder what that conversation was like for her to want to come around and actually show some type of interest in Shay. Okay. Anywho, what we found out is that the young lady, Tay Cherie or something like that, that's her name. That's the girl that went on a date with Fonzo that Shay caused an issue with, and they was about to throw down. Now, they said that she was not able to make it. My question when I first saw it was it that she wasn't able to make it, or was it that y'all denied her? Or y'all didn't invite her? Was it that? Or could it have been that she turned y'all down and she just said, I'm not going to go? I was just wondering behind the reason as to why she wasn't there. Okay. Now, Shay did say that she wanted to apologize to everybody. Tay Cherie, I think his name is Lasar, as well as Fonzo, for her actions because she was out of line and she was wrong. And I appreciate that apology, Miss Shay, because you indeed were. You definitely put 20 on 10. And she probably did not see that in the moment, but she needed to see it. You know, she saw it on television and saw how much of a fool she looked like. Okay, period. And what's the final thing that we learned during their segment? We learned that Asar and Tanisha are about to start trying to date. Okay, they're at least going to go on one date and we're going to see what's going to happen. Well, we're not going to see what's going to happen with them because they're not going to be on any show. However, he pitched his shot at her and she accepted it. So they was gonna go and hang out. Okay. It was something interesting about Tanisha's voice. Did anybody else catch it? When she was sitting up there talking to Egypt and she said, yeah, he got a nice nickname for me too. I was like, oh girl, your voice sound like it could be on somebody's track. Okay, y'all know how people be having their musical tracks and they be having somebody talking. So I was like, her voice sound like it could be on the track or something. Okay, then, Miss Girl. Anyway, I guess the segment was okay for what it was. What else? Egypt is a horrible host. You know, I absolutely love Egypt. I love her hosting. They should have been brought her back a long time ago. However, Egypt girl, you had me side eyeing you this one. I was a bit disappointed because I started off. Now it wasn't until the end when she checked Kenneth that I loved, but I definitely made a note like, Egypt, what the fuck are you doing? Because it sounds like you're coming off on the side of the man, and that's a problem for me. As though what these ladies are saying could not be true. That was a problem. I did not like. It's like you don't need to defend these grown ass. Okay, let them do their thing. All right. I didn't like the conversation with Miss Milan and then how she kind of came at Shorty a bit. I was a little disappointed. But when she gathered Kenneth, I said, okay, you redeemed yourself a little bit down here. But make no mistakes about it. I do think Egypt is a really good host. I just don't think she was good that time. You know, I don't know. I wasn't here for that. Let's see what else you guys are saying. I did not like the host. So she wasn't getting to the bottom of nothing. When they don't get to the bottom of anything, it does make me wonder, have they actually been watching the show? Okay. Really, that's the first thought that comes to my mind. The second thought is, did they get to the bottom of it? Or and production likely chopped it the hell up? Because that's what I was gathering as well from watching the show. Right. Some of it, the stuff that they did put in there, I would have much rather, because it didn't make Egypt look that great. I would have much rather her call the dudes out. Like, let's be honest, okay? Because Otis was sitting up there lying. And had he not already admitted to the fact that he DM'd old girl, he would have sat up there and continued to lie. Because he really said no. And I think Egypt had to like bring that up. So on the show, you said, da-da-da-da. So did that happen? Did you text her any other time? I said, whatever. Right. But outside of that, he would have just acted like, no, I never messaged her. Nothing ever happened. I don't know what she's talking about. Absolutely not. Whatever, right? But my whole thing about Egypt and production and everything, it could have been that she wasn't really watching the show when this happens, or it could have been that they chopped it up. Because again, if y'all watched how they did everybody's segment, it was like, what the fuck? It's like they didn't really talk about nothing for real, nothing. You know, it seems like Milan came in and turned it up, and then Kenneth and Shorty was gonna have it turned up anyway because they already had issues between them. But yeah, those are just my thoughts. Let's see. Egypt got mad at Love and Marriage Huntsville cast at the first reunion. I forgot how she got mad at them. Let's see. What are y'all thoughts on Egypt calling Shorty a liar? I still believe Shorty. I still believe Shorty too, all the way down to the ground. Sorry. And I have that in my notes somewhere. I'm sure. I think I do. No, I think I said, let me see. We'll get to it. I think I have that in my notes. But NT Way. Let me see what else you guys are saying. Then we're gonna move on. These shows really need to stop having Egypt and Tanika Ray being the moderators. They skip over and don't do their jobs. Horrible. I feel like Egypt not that bad. Wait a minute. Now Tanika didn't do that great. Okay, she probably could do better. But I'm wondering, Egypt girl, did you watch the show? Did you watch the show? Because I feel like if she watched the show, whatever pushback she gave to Shorty would not have been no pushback. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, had you watched it, it wouldn't have been no pushback. No, ma'am. They coached Egypt on what to ask and not to ask, specifically on the Kenneth and Shorty segment. But you know what else they did, really? They specifically chopped some stuff out, because when Kenneth first started talking about Shorty and he was really fun to go there, did you notice they did a cut and it went straight to Egypt, and Egypt said, it seems to be a lot of tension there. We're going to talk about it. Is that fair? Is that fair? The way she was talking to them let me know that there was an argument that took place between the both of them. Okay, they both probably got loud or whatever the case was. Somebody needs to calm them down. They chopped right before it really got too high to show that there was some type of composure that was had on set. And I'm like, nah, baby, they really got at it. That's why Egypt said, "Is it fair? Is it fair, Shorty? We can talk about that. Can we talk?" Yeah, she knew. Girl, producers didn't do a great job. Do y'all have the Ready to Love producers? Like, what is going on? Let's see. Egypt seemed as though if she was given a script and she stuck to it. You think so? I think she's a great host on IGTV. She really gets excited and is knowledgeable over there. Gotcha. Okay, put a ring on it. Missed a terrible opportunity to address the DV, especially since the black femicide rate is so mother. Hi, hear me. Okay, I'm hearing a black woman, black girl being harmed daily. Do you hear me? Daily, and that's not even a cap in it. And probably multiple times daily. All right, so let's see what else we got. So Charlie and Otis, okay, they announced this pregnancy. I believe she's about 7 months pregnant. I have to say, all right, Charlie looked gorgeous. She's beautiful girl. I love her bone structure. Beautiful girl. Even with her ponytail, you know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't do anything fancy or anything with her hair. She just pulled it back. And I just said something so simple, and I thought that she looked cute. She definitely could have did more with her hair, but I mean, I thought she looked very pretty. What else? So Otis, okay, let's go back. They get to the segment with Milan and Chris. Of course, they addressed Chris first. Chris said that he figured that although he liked Charlie, he saw that there was still some hesitation there because of the love that she has for a man. And he also said he didn't really want to disrespect the man. So then when Egypt asked Otis, like, were you bothered when she wanted to go on a date with this man, whatever? And he was like, no. I said, you are such a bold-faced liar. Like, we saw you get bothered when you sat your ass in the room with Dr. Nicole, and then now you want to sit up here and act like you unfazed. And it's like, he gives me too much of Marceau. I do not like that. He gives me so much of Marceau, right? Where they try to act like they're more in control of their emotions, and if they don't show you enough, then you won't be able to get anything from that. But actually, we get a whole lot from that. Stupid. But anyway, so Otis says that he wasn't threatened by Chris when we all knew that he was. Charlie says that her focus was always for her to get back with her man, of course. And you know what else they said? They said that Charlie found out that she was pregnant towards the end of the process. I don't know how true that is. I don't know if it was towards the end of the process, but I went in y'all bed, girl, and I wasn't with you when you conceived, honey. I don't know nothing about it. But I'm wondering, girl, it probably was in the middle. Because when the conversations that they started to happen between him and Milan, I thoroughly feel and believe that Miss Girl was pregnant with his child. Thoroughly feel and believe that this girl was pregnant with the child. But anyway, so let's keep going. So Milan calls out Otis. Come through, Milan. Okay, Milan said, if anybody gonna arrive at this reunion, I'm going to arrive. Okay, and then afterwards, I'm gonna drop receipts on y'all a little later. Okay, so Milan calls out Otis for being more into her than she was into him. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Because we're going to get to the best part. So anyway, so Charlie looks like Otis had a conversation to me. Otis had a conversation with her about what she can expect at this reunion, right? I feel like they had some type of conversations. or whatever, because right out the gate, as soon as they went to Milan, Miss Charlie started laughing. I said, what's she over there laughing for? Like, what's funny? I'm like, I don't think I really heard or saw Otis say anything. And then the way she was coming at Milan, it bothered me. And I said, okay, I get it. You guys had a conversation before all of this happened. So he pretty much prepared his girl. He got you together on how you were going to lead this and how you were going to handle this particular situation. Got you. Because he already knew what Miss Girl was coming with. Okay, let's go on. So now when Milan starts reading the text messages of what Otis said, first of all, it was interesting to see when Milan first got there, she looked at Egypt, and then I saw a clip of her just looking at the ground. I noticed that Otis could not keep his eyes off of her in the beginning, right? When Chris was talking. But then when it was time for his segment, he wouldn't look at her. He immediately started looking at the ground. That's what he did. He started looking at the ground, like looking away, not wanting to look her in her eyes, but then at the whole time trying to maintain your composure. I said, liar from the pits of hell you are, sir. Yes. Okay, that would be you. Let's keep going. All right. So now when Milan reads the messages, I said, Otis says he doesn't he says, who talks like that? I don't even talk like that. Just okay, that don't mean you didn't say that. Okay, that don't mean you didn't say that. I believe everything that girl said. I do believe that you talk like that to women that you're trying to pull in and play a certain position while you already in a relationship. Absolutely. What else? So he denies it. Then he said, okay, this is enough. We've heard enough. Can we move on? Like this is enough. And I said, oh, not you ready to move on? Okay. So then Milan calls this guy a liar. And then she starts to read more messages. Charlie went from saying, which was interesting, saying, I read the DMs. I know, I read all of the DMs. Milan, I read all of the DMs. Okay. Yeah. You were boring. You were dry. You were boring. You were dry. I read all of the DMs. I read them all. No, ma'am, I read them all, right? Keep this in mind. I read them all. I read the DMs, okay? You were boring. You could not keep his attention. So Charlie also said this. Yeah, she said she was boring. You could not hold a conversation. Basically accusing Milan of lying when she said that no, at a later time when Charlie said, I don't know what Milan said, but Charlie was like, oh, yeah, I read the DMs, basically insinuating. Earlier, Milan said that Otis was more into her than she was into him. Now, Charlie is flipping her statement, saying that the girl was boring. She didn't have a conversation, whatever the case was. I read all of the messages, right? She went from that to saying, trying to insinuate, no, you were more into him than he was into you. And I'm like, Charlie, you couldn't have read the same messages we about to read, baby, because he was more into her than she was into him. That's what it was giving to me. I do think that. But at the end of the day, the fact that she entertained him was enough to say that she was interested, regardless of who was interested more or whatever. But I just thought it was so funny because then Charlie said something like, let me see, I don't know what Milan said. So Charlie, I said, I really hate it for you because you're putting on in public, acting like you're happy, knowing that you're a miserable ass mess in private. And that's terrible. And I hate that for you. Okay. So then the girl, Milan read something from the messages. And then Charlie says, oh, I didn't read none of that. Oh, okay, but you was just bold. You was just so, I read this, I read that, I did this, I did that. You were boring. You couldn't hold a conversation. You were this and you were that. And then when she hit your ass with something, then you say, I didn't read any of that. I didn't read it. Oh, you did it? I thought you read the messages, Charlie. You didn't read the messages? Okay. You read the ones he wanted you to read? Got it. Okay. Thank you so much. We cleared that up. Then Miss Girl turned around and said, he met me in the parking lot. Why would you meet a man in the parking lot? Pull it back. Move to your man and ask him why would he meet her in the parking lot. Okay. Then what the heck? Okay, that's what you should. Why he was meeting her in the. Why would you meet a man in the parking lot? No, ma'am. You need to direct your energy to your baby daddy now. Okay, you're now baby daddy. Ask him why he over there. And this is what I wanted Milan to do so bad that she didn't do. I was like, Milan, call out the car. Call out the car, B-I-T, girl. Call out the car. Say the car. Say the car. Say the color. Say the shape. Like, if you don't know the exact model and everything, girl, give me something. And I don't know if she did. Because if she did, they edited that out. All right. But what they couldn't edit out is these messages. We about to get into it. Anyway, girl. So Milan says that Otis met up with her in the parking lot. Charlie asked, "Oh, did she?" Asked him, like, did they meet? And he said, "No, no, absolutely not, never, no." Girl, he just irritated the hell out of me. So then Egypt wants Milan to walk away and move on into her next chapter. I'm gonna do that anyway, cause that's just how I am. But what I'm doing on this show in this moment is calling out this scam as baby daddy that she got. Okay, this scamming fiance that she got. I'm gonna do that anyway, ma'am, because that's just how I am, and that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I've been doing. All right, but right now the subject matter, okay, that we're talking about here is this man over here in that relationship and how he reached out to me, okay, on more than one occasion through DMs and texts. Kind of find out, Charlie only read the DMs, girl. She didn't even get to the text messages. We hate to see it. Girl, no ma'am. What else happened? I said Egypt was dismissive, but I was wondering also if she could have been dismissive because Charlie is pregnant and she probably didn't want that energy, Charlie's energy, to get any higher than what it already was. IDK child, but I'm like, no, you gotta be dismissive to this lady and what she got going on, girl. She here to talk about this over here. That's what she doing. She talking about it. Slow down. So Otis rubs it. This is what I'm like, for sure, this girl definitely ain't lying. Definitely ain't lying. He says, no, never, never, never. We're happy. We're happy in love. Saying all the stuff that Charlie would probably be bragging about to her girls, child. Yikes. We're happy, happily in love, engaged, about to welcome a child. Like, he says all of this stuff trying to rub it into this girl's face. I said, oh yeah, he's a F. He's a NIGGA for sure. Girl, you're gonna have the time of your life. You're gonna have the time of your life with that fool. But let's check out some of these messages because it is like a video. It is a video, and she put up two different messages, okay? And I should have saved this, but this is a messy, girl. All right, we ain't never had no messages like this through no text. We haven't had text messages like this through video format. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. But let's just add the first set to the screen because I believe these are the DMs. So wait a minute, girl, you're going a little too fast. Okay, you're going a little too fast. So let me blow this up a little bit and see if we can get into it. So he sends her the peace sign, okay? And she says, yo, he said, Milan. And she said, yes, I hope you enjoyed the date. He says, so I want to know, what did you think about our date? I mean, what you want me to think of it? Like, what do you want me to, I mean, it was cute. It was free. I mean, what you want me to, he says, you already know how I feel about the date. She said, no, I don't know how you feel. And so he says, lies. Let's keep going. She says, I don't. Seriously. He says, let's just say I hate the cameras had to be there. This is your man. Oh, girl. I guess y'all came out better talking through Snapchat. At least it would have got deleted, y'all. But anyway, let's keep going. So she says, LOL, yeah, I figured you were holding back a little, but I actually enjoyed our conversation. He says, you already know what time it would be if the scenario was different. Don't play. Let me tell you, this is how you know NIGGAs be on some FS, baby. And you know they don't want nothing with you because you can tell for me reading this conversation, it's automatically it's about to go to the SCX of it all. Like that's where he's directing the conversation. The moment he says, if the cameras weren't there, girl, this is all he wants with you. He don't want nothing else. But let's keep going because he does say what he wants. Ooh, embarrassing. Let's keep going. So he says, I loved it. I guess the date. And then she says, what would have happened if they weren't there? He says, everything that you wanted to happen. You sure that's what she wanted? And let's keep going. He says, what would have liked to, I guess he meant to ask her, what would you have liked to have happened if they weren't there? She says, I wasn't bothered by the cameras. I mean, the wine definitely got me feeling good, though. He says, me too. Had my mind running wild. See, it be like this. These be the NIGGAs. They be texting you and be like, what you doing? Never let's go meet up over here. I made reservations. Girl, it's always what you doing. It's always what you eat for lunch, but never, hey, I done sent you something for you can get you so you can get you something for lunch. Da 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 da. Like, girl, what? Oh, that man definitely out here moving like he ain't got no girlfriend. But let's keep going. All right. So she says, I wasn't bothered by the camera. So he said, elaborate, sir. What do you want her to elaborate on? She says she's not bothered by the cameras. What do you want her to? I'm confused. Like, that is so self-explanatory. See, you bored. You bored, okay? And you just enjoy having somebody to talk to. That's what it's giving. Okay? Come on, somebody. Right here. Absolutely. Except for she won't. Except for she won't. Except for she won't. Yes. Go ahead and do that for your girl. Thank you so much. Let's see what else we got. Okay. She says she wasn't bothered by the camera. She said, this ain't what I asked you. I said, what would have happened if they weren't there? Would you have kissed me goodbye, sir? Excuse me. BDB, please. I don't even know you. Sir, I don't know you. Why would I don't know you like that. That's who you think I am? That's not what, I don't know you like that, okay? Kiss you goodbye. What? And this is the same man that sat up there, went over there while he with Milan and tried to kiss his girlfriend while she was on a date with somebody else and the girl snatched back. Like, you better get away from me, boy. I go over there, somebody go clean yourself off. Ooh, not you playing your lips over there and then go, ooh, girl, this is some messy stuff here. But then you're not making yourself look good either, Miss Milan. Talk about something, not if you didn't want to. Like, girl, why is you? Not if you didn't want it. Girl, this ain't looking good for nobody in the situation. Did I want it though? Tell me. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want. Tell me. Why? What do I have to tell? You tell me. What is this? What is this? Y'all are too grown. I'm sorry. Like, y'all are too grown. This is, girl, these are kid conversations here. I'm disappointed. Y'all are too grown for this. Who? She says, what you playing, mind games? Why? He says, yes or no. Did you feel like I wanted to kiss you on your pretty big juicy lips or not? Girl, and this is the part that I believe she read out to Miss Charlie. This the part that was read out to Miss Charlie. And then Charlie was like, oh, I didn't read that. Yeah, Did you stop reading the DMs? Did you stop reading the DMs at what would she have wanted for the cameras? Like, where did you stop reading? Because you said you didn't hear that part. So where in the messages did you stop reading? And then Tulsa, I read all of them. You wanted him to. Charlie, come to the front. Where in the messages did you stop reading? Because in the first set, girl, it's giving all your men. It's giving all your men in the first set. Okay, the first part, before we even got to the pretty big juicy lips or not. So before we even got to that part, girl, it was giving straight your man. Okay, but let's keep going. She says, I don't know. Let me find out. Girl, it's funny to me because Milan is playing games. You know what I'm saying? And I have to chuckle. Okay, because I used to play them little games too. I'm bored, so I'm going to entertain, honey. I'm going to entertain you. I'm bored. I'll let you do all the talking. Go ahead. What are you going to do? What else? And what else going to happen? Yikes. Let's keep going. So he says, you scared to be real with me? I feel like you playing. So Miss Girl didn't even respond. Come on. Didn't he say that? So they say he told me some crickets. Whatever it is, girl. She says, LOL, what's that? And my bad, I'm at work now. Ooh, crickets, LOL, cuz that's all I hear right now. I know you're at work. I wish I could have came to see you in action soon, I promise. She said you should have. He said, and then it's the everything leading back to SEX for me. And then what? What is it? What? If I came to see you, then what? Then you gonna go home when you done. What do you want? What do you want? Do you want her to say it? What do you want? Oh, all right. She sends an audio message. He hearted the message, but I'm wondering what that message said. Girl, you gonna play, you gonna record, screen record it, you gotta press play too. Okay, if you're gonna give us all, then you gotta give it all. Come on, Usher. If you're gonna tell it, then you gotta tell it all. Y'all know how I go over here. So she put up a story saying, when I don't like SHI, I can't even fake like I do. He said, funny how we just talked about this on our date. I like it or I don't. Well, clearly your girl didn't get this far, because had she got this far, she would have knew that if you like it, you're going to entertain it. And if you don't, you won't. But let's keep going. She says, LOL facts. Ooh, child. Give me a second, honey. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second here. All right, y'all, we can get back to it. Okay, let's get back to some things here. All right. Now, so then he says, what area do you live now? She says, I'm back on the east side right now. He said, what area to be exact? Yeah, you do got to tell people the area. She's like, Decatur. All right. So you sending him a video of what? What was the video? Anyway, so he says, what up, DJ? She says, what up? What else happened? How are you? Right? How was your night? She said it was cool. Long night, early mornings. What about yours? It wasn't so good. Drama at home. But anyway, I hope to see you again soon. You down? See her again soon. Girl, it's a lot going on in these messages, Charlie. Girl, you should have stayed to the end. Oh no. And when you want to see me? What are you doing this afternoon? I'm about to run some errands. Where you at? Stone Mountain? Ooh, girl, this is messy. Which direction are these errands? I'm in the city. Well, she says, I'll be in the city later. I'm with my sister and my nephew. He said, okay, when's or later? Maybe I could pull up. She said, like 7. Girl, y'all is. Ooh, goodness, a whole link up. Now, y'all wrong for this, girl. Y'all is wrong for doing my girl. Charlie is too beautiful for this. With this. Anyway, so he says, I'll let you know. He says, you're going to give me a real hug and stop playing or what? Girl, I could crawl under the table right now. Girl, this is exactly how FNIGGAs talk. This is exactly. And you gave me a little side hug. You're going to give me a real hug. Why does it matter? Why does it matter? Why does it matter? She ain't your real girl. Why you need a real hug? Let's keep going. He says, because that little church side hug wasn't it. What does he says? She says, Lamh, you wanted that church hug yesterday. He said, nah, you came in from the side in the first place. Then dash for the car super quick. Ooh. Well, I don't know if she really into you then. There's no time. But anyway, she says, laugh my ass off. I had to go to work. Didn't know if you were really interested as well. Yes, you did. You knew. Don't play with me. She says, I really did. You gave me mixed signals. We going on the second date? He said, what signal said that I didn't want a better, closer, more sensual hug? She says, He said, exactly. She said, LOL, what up? What's your intentions? Ooh. I don't feel like she's interested. I feel like she's interested enough to entertain. But as I read these messages and y'all tell me, it's not giving that yet. You know what I'm saying? It's just not giving, but maybe it will when we get to the text messages. Let's keep going. He says, what do you mean? She said, what you want? He said, did you not pay attention on our date? What do you remember me saying that I want? Let's start there. She says, peace. That was the most important part. It is, I want a family. Oh, well, look like you got one now, baby. And all the things that come with it. I bet. Not you over here trying to start a family with the woman that you with already and then trying to flip it, switch it, rearrange it. And now you telling somebody else that you just met within a week or so that you want a family. Oh, this is some messy shit. Girl, let's keep going. Okay. She said, it's about that time. He says, what are your intentions? She said, to get to know you more. He says, well, you got to pay attention to do that. What else do I want besides peace? She said, honesty. What else? I'm like, it's a whole lot of you wanting her to listen to you. And I could just see how the relationship be going with you and Charlie, because it's all about what you want. You don't be hearing nothing about what she may want. That's easy for me. What are the things that you feel like are tougher to get from someone? Ooh, communication. That's the main thing. It really is. Without that, you got nothing. Well, I guess you ain't got because you ain't even talking to your girl. You talking to somebody else. Anyway. So she says, I agree, and nothing at all. He said, it just don't make sense why people can't communicate like an adult. It blows my mind. It's so basic. She said, I agree. That is what ruins a lot of relationships. He said, I lose interest. The lies. Because if it's not going nowhere, if it's not going nowhere, she's not going nowhere. That's just where we at. And I'm honestly still healing from my last relationship, so I definitely need communication. Well, let me hug and kiss on you until you feel better, baby. Let me hug on you and kiss on you till you feel better, baby. Let me hug on you and kiss on you till you feel better, baby. I'm disappointed, but not surprised. Mm-mm. Mm. What are you healing from, love? A past relationship. Did she kind of tell you that already? Dealing with a narcissist. Here he go. Uh-oh. You ain't beat him up, did you? LOL. That's your response to that. Yikes. LOL, I wish it was definitely the other way around. He says, meaning? Sir, she just told you. What's going on? What's wrong, Otis? What's up? What's up? That's what she should be like. What's the fuck? Okay, I feel like that's what she was telling him earlier. Like, what's up? What you want? Tell me. Talk to. What's up? What's wrong? You don't want anything. Somebody. What you want? Meaning, fool. You ain't beat him up, did you? No, it was the other way around. Meaning. What do you mean? Meaning. Oh, Jesus. Girl, I'm disappointed in you, Milan, for continuing this stupid ass conversation. And I'm only reading it for entertainment purposes only. But anyway, I think you just got that good snack. I hate it, y'all. I hate it. Okay? I hate it. I think you just got that good snatch and drove him crazy. I wish she would have snatched her messages back and her profile and wasn't talking to you. Like, what is going on here? Let's see. What else? Girl, my God. Shaking my head. I don't know. I just know it wasn't good for me. Did you find yourself becoming a woman you're really not? I found myself putting his needs before my own. You're supposed to sometimes, and he is too. One hand washes the other. Then the next day or whenever. Where you at? Headed to the steak market. Okay, you working tonight? Yes, I'm off tomorrow. Okay, love. Tired. Me too. Ever. She says, are you sore? I guess he didn't respond to the next day. He said, not at all. Sore from the ride? Question mark. Good morning. Someone told me I looked 18 yesterday. Whatever the post was, she posted. He says, don't play. You know you love that. She says, and yes, from the ride. I guess she was sore from the ride. And I actually didn't know if I liked it or not. Okay. Are you normally sore after you ride? Are you normally sore after you ride? What's bothering you? Maybe because I worked as well yesterday. Where does it hurt? My thighs. Sounds like you need to get those rubbed out. LOL, you might be right. Ooh, shit. I am. Maybe I can make that happen for you soon. I need to stretch you out. That would be a good start to loosen up everything. That bitch said tomorrow. 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 Whose song was that, y'all? Tomorrow. With that Rocco. What's that Rocco song? Tomorrow. Lord have mercy. Somebody tell you, was that Rocco? I think that was Rocco's song. That was Rocco's song. Anyway, what time is good for you? We shoot tomorrow. I'm not sure what we are shooting yet. What are you doing, Milan? In the shower. What are you doing? Thinking about you. I wish you were with me right now. No, I wish you were with you. Doing what? I wish we were giving each other massages and talking and listening to 90s R&B. Well, listen. That was the best R&B out. The 90s, period. However, okay, you wrong. Now, she says, LOL, I'll see you tomorrow. Not with the blue heart sign. And he said, what are you doing? Okay, and what do you wish you were doing? I'm laying in bed about to go to sleep. I wish I was somewhere on vacation by the water, laying down, enjoying the sounds of the dark night, ocean breeze, and waves. He says, now you are, and sends her ass a link, okay, to some powerful waves that she can fall asleep to at night. Help America and help Otis and Milan first. Okay. So when I see you tomorrow, and that's where the messages end right there. But we got to go to the text messages. Give me a second. We got to go to the text message. Oh, wow. Let's get into it. Let's wait a minute. Okay. Oh. I did not mean to put that man number up there. My apologies. Don't call that man number. You are being advised right now to not do such a thing. Okay. I hope he has got any change. I do not advise anyone to do that. So let me go ahead and scroll. So she says, hey, he says, I'm here between Kroger and the spot. I don't know if I even if I even feel like going in there and dealing with all that. I really just wanted to talk with you. Wait a minute. So you in between Kroger and the spot. So when you say the spot, do you mean you talking about your house? Yes, ma'am, I am. Ebony 80s, baby, I am. So are you talking about your house? You don't feel like going into your house, dealing with all that? And you know what be so crazy about dudes when they cheat? They always try to make their girl, or just probably anybody, honestly, try to make it seem like their mate is so much of the problem. Like, they stressing me out. They got me doing that. That's how they hook people in, because they make people think that they probably on the verge of breaking up with that person, knowing that they never are. Yikes. Anyway, I really just wanted to talk to you. She said, okay, come in. He said, okay. She says, you made it. I guess she meant, did you make it home? Now, wait a minute, BRT. Let me go back up. Okay, so wait a minute. That was at 8:55 and get home to 10:47. It's enough time. There's enough time. What was y'all talking about? Okay. He said, I did. Was just about to ask you the same. What makes you hesitant to kiss me? Be honest. Lord, this man, Jesus. Because I'm not sure if I want to yet. Elaborate. Why do you always need explanations for self-explanatory things? I just don't know if I want to yet. I just don't believe it. Why not? People know if they want to kiss someone. I mean, you might just be scared to, and it's fine. Oh, what you doing? I'm not scared, just not sure. Sleep. And okay, I got you. I'm almost always sure. Not almost always. Can we choose one or the other? I'm almost always sure if I want to kiss someone within the first date or two. I never had to think about it. But that's just me. Yeah, that's you. Plus, I'm not really a big kisser. He says, good morning, shame, LOL. Yikes, I hate it. She says, LOL, how are you this morning? Tired, but well. How are you, cutie face? The fuck? I'm good, eating a bowl of chili right now. How is filming going? Good, getting it done. How long you over there? All night. What time are you coming over? Text me, babe. We shooting. I'm here DJing until like 12ish. Good morning. Hey, I thought you would have hit me when you got off. Good morning. But the time I got off, I was so tired. I went straight home. I would have liked you to have communicated that. Who is you? Who you is? Hmm? Who is you? Huh? Excuse me? She's not your girl. Why would she need to communicate with you? She's been over communicating, if you ask me, according to these raggedy ass messages. I'm a little confused here. Yikes. Let's keep going. I'm sorry, love. You're absolutely right. No, the fuck he not. Not if he ain't yours. I don't have to communicate. This is enough communication. I already told you what the hell it was that I was doing. You mean to tell me that you wanted me to text you afterwards as well? Like you mine? You're not mine. What do you think this is? Absolutely not. Okay, cut it out. What you doing at the dealership? What you getting oil change? Filming today? I'm out today. What you doing? What you doing? Morning. Hey, sorry, I'm just seeing this. How are you? I'm doing well. How are you? Good morning. I'm very well. I in this cold rain, but good. And you? Why you in the cold rain? Shooting. What you doing? I'm cleaning up as of now. Cool. We about to walk into set again. Just wanted to say hello. Might get a chance to text through the day. Tell me something good. I love hugging you, actually. That's why I needed a real one the other day. Felt amazing. You were able to actually connect with my energy. Oh, wow. So that's where it ends, girl. That's where it ends. That's where it ends, girl. That's where it ends. That's where it ends, girl. That's where it ends. So those were the messages, everybody. We just got into those, okay? Very childish, I might say. Very, very childish, I might say. This was terrible. You know what I'm saying? What you doing? What you doing? But I will say, during the time that they was asking this, what you doing and all this stuff, I feel like they were having phone conversations as well. I feel like it probably was more than just text conversations, but actual phone conversations that were happening. But all in all, understand and know that he ain't SH nor an I. Okay? And not even a T. But that's her man, and she gonna stick beside him. So which one is the girl? Ain't nobody, you know, ain't nobody judging. Do your thing, girl. Anyway, let's see what you guys are saying. And then we're going to move on and get to Kenneth and Miss Girl. Okay. This live is going much longer than what I expected. Yikes. Let's see here. Let's see here. Don't Otis got a girl communicate with her? Right. That's what I'm saying. Okay, where's his girlfriend at? We've been wondering. Okay, he's been texting. He's been trying to make her seem like she's the problem, according to these messages, making her seem like she's the problem when the whole time it was him. Like, it's gonna be tough because I just feel like once she had that baby, I feel like a lot of things are gonna fall on her. You know, I think he may be active, of course, but it's just gonna be a difficult process for her, I think. Okay. Let's see. Hey Jamie, everybody just got me. Okay, what's going on? What's going on? Okay, please don't call him, girl. Please don't. Please don't. Don't call that man. Okay, don't do that. It's definitely giving Marcel. I said that earlier. Definitely giving Marcel. But let's scoot over. Let's go ahead and get into Kenneth and Shorty real quick. So Shorty says Kenneth still contacts her till this day. So after they, I guess, broke up or whatever, he was blowing her phone up, calling her every day or whatever the case was. She ended up having to get a new number, right? Then come to find out that he had been texting her, not texting her, but emailing her. He's still emailing her to this day. Okay. He was blowing up her phone, like she said. He tells her to stop lying and calls her a manipulating opportunist. I feel like that's Kenneth to me. And so if that's the case, I'm like, well, then y'all went in the same boat then. All right. He calls her out about making 25K when they first met. Oh, she only made 25,000 when I first met her or whatever like that. She was working at this rinky dink radio station. I uprooted my life to come out there with her because she was begging him. She was begging me to move out there with her and all this other extra stuff, right? That he was saying. And I'm just like, it just only shows to me her growth and your lack of, to me. Okay. So if you want to talk about her 25,000, that's when you first met her. Okay. Let's talk about what's now. Okay. What do you guys have going on now? And even then, if you left from where you were and you moved in with her, see, you kept talking about the things that she didn't have or whatever, but we never heard you talk about the things that you do have or the things you do got going on and all of that. We didn't hear any of that. So it still comes off like you ain't got nothing. And to be honest, I feel like Shorty didn't have to say a whole lot about Kenneth for us to pinpoint. I feel like she really didn't say a whole lot. She just said that he likes to date women that are out of his league, period. And she also said, I want you to be able to contribute to the bills or contribute to this, that, and the other. She ain't say you ain't have no job or nothing, but we could just tell right out the gate, any man taking pictures of this woman's financial records, that's enough to let us know that you ain't got nothing. Help us. And then you date women out your league. Ooh, well, there's that. Okay, let's keep going. He over there sweating, which was hilarious to me because he was sweating like a maniac for sure. He was so mad. Okay. Egypt did tell him, like, listen, you sound very angry. He was like, I ain't angry. I'm just passionate. And I'm like, baby, you're upset. You're angry. Okay. You're definitely upset. You're angry. And it's okay. It's okay. We get it. We get it. Shorty says that she never called him a bum. Egypt says that she implied it though. Shorty calls him out for trying to steal money from her. He tried to take like $2,500 or something like that from her at one point. Egypt says, but at the end of the day, even when he did all of that, you still stayed in the relationship. Shorty says, yeah, because I could not leave without consequence. And I'm like, Egypt, you didn't see the show, did you? You didn't see the show, did you? You didn't see the show. And why are you speaking on his behalf? Let him talk. Let him talk. You trying to defend him. Like, and he's still over here talking loud, trying to overtalk you. You might as well just let him talk. Okay. What else? I feel like Kenneth know he a liar. That's how I felt. Egypt questions Shorty reason for going on the show. And I'm like, to get him the fuck off her back. Duh. And she even said that when she sat down, she said she wanted to get it on record or something like that. She said she wanted to have it on record so people know, like, hey, this is the man that's been out here harassing me. All right. I'm trying to also, I feel like she went on there to try. Of course, she was already done. She wanted him to get to know other people. So maybe he'll find somebody and he could just go ahead and gravitate to them and go on about his business. You know what I'm saying? But then she's also on a radio show. So why not go on the show? And Kenneth sitting up there saying, oh, well, she begged me to come on this show. I'm like, Kenneth, baby, as much as we've seen you try to throw your throwbacks of when you were in whatever, as an extra role or whatever you was doing with other actors, baby, you wanted to be on this show just as much as she did. Like, cut it out. Cut it out. So don't be trying to put that off on her. Thank you so much, Jamie, for the super chat. The editing seems like he was saying way more outrageous stuff that they showed. Egypt even reacted to something they didn't show 1,000%. And I said that earlier on. When they first, was going around introducing everybody and they mentioned him and he kind of got escalated. He was about to, and they chopped it and they went straight to Egypt. And I think that could be what you're talking about when she was responding to something that they didn't even show us. But it was like, is that fair? We're going to have this conversation because, we know things get heated. We know you guys are having issues. Whatever it was, let me know that there was some argument or something that was going on for them to chop and then go straight to Egypt. So I agree with that. Thank you so much, Jamie, for the super chat. What else? So, what else? So Egypt questions Shorty for the reason of her going on the show, whatever. She says the goal for her was never to get a ring because she didn't want to be with him like that. The goal was to pretty much get rid of his ass on the show. Okay. And to get it televised and get it, recorded or whatever. So Kenneth was saying how whenever they broke up, she would always blow his phone up and call him back because she wanted the DICK. I do believe that. I will give Kenneth that. I do believe. And I feel like that's a common thing that a lot of women do. It's not that they really just want to be back in a relationship with you, but sometimes they don't want to raise their count of people that they've been smashing. Okay, so they rather just go back to the person that they had been smashing while they try to figure out the rest. It's just that y'all got it messed up because y'all just fell back into whatever cycle. But there's that. I feel like she did do that, like reached out to him, but then at the same time, I feel like he also was adding the pressure too, blowing her phone up and all this other stuff to where she probably did give in. Like, he gonna keep calling. Let me at least get something out of it, girl. Let me go ahead and smash on him and move on. Right. And then she also had those terrible ass friends that was sitting up there hyping her up about how he be, stalking her or whatever the case may be, because they ain't got nobody that would do it for them. Girl, sit down. Anyway, so Egypt finally checks Kenneth because he was doing too much. Okay, he was talking too much. She finally got him together, told him he needs to work on letting that go and he needs to move on with his life. And I said, yes, please get him together. Get him together. So my Asia, we want you to go back and work on yourself too, because you sat up here and said that the good thing about Kenneth is the fact that he's the type of man that you have to help to get to the next level. Shorty made a face like, girl, like, you don't even know the half. How many levels do you want her to help him to? Like, at what point is he going to try to help himself out? I'm confused on that. He's the type of man you got to help get to the next level. Then why you ain't with him then, girl? Why you going over there and help him out? And then we're going to see you in a few years in the same position as Shorty. Let's move on. He got to work on himself first. What else? Oh yeah, he kept trying to say that basically Shorty was trying to play him out on the show, making him seem like he was a bum. He was like this, he was that, he didn't contribute, he ain't whatever. And I just felt like this. Shorty didn't say a whole lot. What Shorty said was enough, but we already saw that. So my thing is, you didn't give us a different impression of you to think otherwise while you're trying to put all this extra weight on Shorty. And this is the other part. You want to sit up here and talk about how Shorty made you look. Even Fonzo knew what was going on, because Fonzo had to pull you aside at the pool table to tell you to get your SHI together. That way a woman can't come to you and try to talk about the things that you lack. So that was enough proof there too. So what are you talking about? Anyway, baby, that's all that I got on Put a Ring on It. Interesting reunion. Milan came with the receipts before and after the reunion, or during and after the reunion. And Kenneth and Shorty are free to go their separate ways now. And Shay and Fonzo look like they're going to move forward with the actual wedding coming in October. So we shall see how all of that is going to play out. Either way, people, good luck. Let's go ahead and see what else you guys are saying. And we're going to get on to Love and Marriage DC, then Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay. Let's see. No, I ain't see that. Where did it go? Jamie, did you see that Egypt and Shorty had words on Twitter? I did not. I did not see that at all. What was being said? Thank you so much again, Jamie, for the super chat. Production playing Shorty is crazy because they helped her a lot. Got her phone back and made him leave. Look at that. Look at that. Thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat. So they knew how crazy he was, which makes me feel like Dr. Nicole knew how crazy he was. So when she saw Shorty sitting up there on the finale trying to adjust herself before she walked out, and she's telling her, you don't have to fix your clothes, Shorty. It's like, girl, you see what she really trying to do is give him a head start to get the hell on, so that she can be escorted to her vehicle properly and she can make sure he probably not trailing her or anything. So if that's the case, I really think they should have let Shorty leave first, then Kenneth. So she can go ahead and get miles down the road to where she gonna go, and then he can leave versus the other way around. But it is what it is. All right. So there's that. Thank you so much, Vernita, for the super chat. Shorty did a live with someone and she explained it was editing that made her look so bad. She also explained a lot of stuff. Let me know which one. I'll have to go and check it out. What was I gonna say about that? I don't think editing really made her look bad. I don't. I felt like I understood where Shorty was coming from, but I guess to the people that didn't get it, it made her look bad too. But thank you so much, Bernita, for the super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you. That Dr. Nicole didn't care about Shorty. I don't know why can't I click on this comment. There we go. Okay. What's up, Natalia? Dr. Nicole didn't care about Shorty. Listen, it was just, thank y'all. I'm gonna go check out his interview. I appreciate it. Thank y'all. But I don't know. But I will say this. I was tired of seeing her have sit downs with just Shay If you're going to bring everybody on, do like you did in the very beginning. I think with the very first season, she had sit downs with like all couples. And I don't think I saw that with Kenneth and Shorty. And I don't even think I saw that with Otis and Charlie. So I don't know what that was given, as to why Shay and them were more deserving of sit downs. And they occupied so much of her time. Like, that's a problem. But yeah, guys, let's see. We're going to go ahead and we're going to switch gears. Okay. Let's switch gears. I actually need to charge this thing. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me charge this real quick. Wow, what is going on here? Okay. What they need at least one success story. Well, I think the one they got was Shay and Fonzo look like they probably was the success story. We're gonna see. We are going to see. But in the meantime, in between time, we are about to talk about Love and Marriage DC real quick, okay? And then we'll get over to the PJs and the cast. Love and Marriage DC. So Chris and Mo still going through it. Okay. Mo says that she isn't trying to put him down. Okay. It takes away from what he brings. She says she's not trying to put him down because she don't want to take away from what he brings or whatever. She says she just wants balance. But my thing is this, because y'all know she was asking him the question of like, yo, Chris, did you gain anything from when we went over to Africa or whatever the case was? And I just still feel like his emotions does not have to be your emotions, and you can't fault him for that. And you just got to let it be what it is. Okay. I know you want balance, but I feel like some of that balance will be honoring how he feels in that moment. And if he didn't get anything in that moment, that's fine. It doesn't mean that he's not going to come back later on and be like, you know what, babe, as I reflected, I did feel this, I did feel that, da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just got to cool it down, ma'am. Just chill out. Just fall back for just a second. Okay. Everybody not gonna respond how you respond to things, and that's just what it is. So he says that he has been working on those things, but she's not seeing a whole lot. Okay, and I feel like she's judging based on the past. I definitely understand her frustration, not the past, but over the years, right? And how she's evolved in comparison to how he has evolved. So Chris says that men don't think emotional and in depth as women do, and he's right. They don't. They don't at all. They don't at all. Doesn't mean that they can't get there. All right. But y'all just gotta, I think it may require patience. And I understand that they have been married for many years, and people may be like, oh, well, you know what? I mean, they've been married for 10 years, like patience, like she's been patient enough. And I get that. But as long as you're in a marriage, you're always going to have patience, for your mate. Because I mean, if y'all are together for decades, how he was in his 30s ain't gonna be how he gonna be in his 40s. And when he get in his 50s, it's not gonna be the same as when he was in. It's just gonna be, you just gotta have patience. Okay. So that's just what it is. And if she wants it for the long haul, then I think she should be patient. But I don't see nothing wrong with her trying to get more out of him, because sometimes you need to apply that type of pressure to people for them to change. So he also has to be open to hearing her, all the same, if she wants to get a response back from him. So they just need to continue to stick in that therapy that they're working on. All right, so let's move on. Jamie's daughter brought him by the house to fix something, but really she just wanted to tell him, listen, it's always your way or the highway. And you got to understand that we grown now, and you can't run everything. Now, we may come to you for a coin here and there, but you're still not in charge of the things that we do. So when it comes to my little brother, Jason, y'all have done so much for him. This is his way of trying to offload y'all of some of that pressure by going off and gaining some independence on his own. So give him room to doing that. Okay. So it seems like Jamie is going to be receptive to what she has to say and allow his son to flourish. Like, you're not going to know what he can do until you ease the fuck off his back and let him show you what it is that he can do, even with his disability. So it is what it is. Winter tells Mo, they link up. She tells Mo about linking up with her homegirls and how her homegirls were not nice to her. Okay. She talked about how rude Ashley is. Winter talks about Ashley having a man that's fun size. And I said, not you over here talking about somebody being fun size like a sneaker. Okay. Not you over here talking about somebody being fun size when you had a whole old man that you had to make sure that you chewed up before his damn expiration date came and it expired. Yes, please use by certain date. Yes, ma'am. Not you over here trying to comfort this lady's size husband when you was over here dealing with this old ass man. And not to mention, you didn't even know anything about the fun size or whatever, or the meal or the piece of candy that you was finna encounter. You didn't know anything about it. Did you? Girl, I didn't even know that candy had been sent down there in that damn basement for God knows how long. For how long? So at this point, it's probably past its expirations date. While you over here trying to talk about this lady and her husband, I ain't really like that. I don't know about Winter, y'all. I don't know about Winter. That's just me. I'm not. I don't know about Miss Winter World. But anyway, you trying to come for somebody, girl, you will forever be a laughing joke talking about you a relationship therapist and you didn't even do that. And then not only that, not only are you a relationship therapist, let's get into it. You're a mother. Let's remove the relationship. Let's talk about you being a mom and you didn't even do your adequate research on the man that you are in a relationship with. Never met this man. Never met him, then decided that you're finna go off and marry him, and then stand up here trying to intertwine your families, and you ain't even do the proper research to make sure you even know who this is you bringing around your kids. But you're a relationship expert. Y'all not finna tell me nothing, okay? I'm not changing on Miss Winter right now, okay? I'm not changing on Miss Winter at this time, girl. Okay, and just because you brought your information to the forefront and somebody did a little piece of a judging on you, okay, because it didn't really add up. Girl, and now you're trying to sit up here and play victim, like, oh my God, you're trying to shame me. You're trying to shame. So am I inadequate? So can I not do this because I had a failed marriage? To a lot of people, that is true. Yeah, if you're not successful in a certain area, a lot of people don't want to take advice from a person that's not successful. It's just what it is. You acting like people just really coming down on you. Like, I wouldn't personally feel comfortable being a relationship expert, telling my people how to do things when it comes to their relationships and not exercising any of the things that I said. You are a walking business. You are a walking brand, ma'am, and you're not exercising that. So yeah, they're going to drag your ass, and it's just what it is, okay? You're not. Sorry, let's move on. Winter calls out Ashley for being real loud about her situation, but real quiet about her own. What situation does she have that she needs to be loud about? I don't know. We'll see. But Winter could possibly have a point about that. I do think people do that often where they feel like, yeah, you could talk about what's going on with me, but you can't talk about what's going on in your life because you don't want the judgment, but you want to sit up here and judge me. So we may find out more details at a later time when it comes to Ashley's situation. So Winter may not be wrong in that. Jason got accepted to Doors, so shout out to him for that. What else? The ladies link up at a later time. They go to this little selfie spot, and Monique tells them about what Winter said about them hanging out. Right? So Ashley not featuring Winter at this time and thinks that she's scamming just like her mother and husband. And I was cackling. Mo says her friends said they heard about the rumors on Quick. And so at this point, Ashley like, rumors on Quick. Like, what rumors? What was it? Because I haven't heard anything. What are we talking about here? Let's get into it. So what was so funny to me, and I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about Ashley, but so far I do like Ashley. And I loved how she approached Winter. Winter couldn't even step inside the selfie room before she said, so what was it? What you said about me and my husband? Like, girl, I said, let's get to it. Let's get to it real quick. Listen, like, we ain't got to play. We ain't got to hug. We ain't got to act like we cool for real, girl. Let's talk about it. Like, come on. What's up? I was like, yes, that's comical. Like, let her tell it. What did you say? So Winter says that she didn't believe the rumors, but she did hear them. Girl, you did believe them. If you even heard them, okay? Because you definitely talked about it to Monique as though you really heard them, right? I mean, as if you really believed them and you knew all about them. So you knew exactly what you were doing, Miss Girl. So Winter tells Irena that she be playing both sides. I guess, girl. I just feel like if Irena don't really know neither one of y'all for real. I think Irena is just not playing both sides or being I just think she's just speaking from what she sees, because Irena don't want no mess for real. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like she will call out Ashley if she's wrong, and she'll do the same for you. So if that's playing both sides, then it is what it is. But I don't think Irena was playing both sides. Yeah, but y'all tell me what y'all see. Okay, so when Winter said, what in the ghetto gala is happening right now? I was wondering the same thing because I started to get confused during this argument. The argument started to lose me, and I just started to wander off and get on my damn phone. I'm just like, what's going on over here? Okay, what's happening? Because I'm confused now. All right. So what else happened? For me, it was Monique saying, oh my God, I feel so uncomfortable. Okay, I feel so uncomfortable with all of this. Everybody's arguing. I said, not you being uncomfortable when you the one that got it started. You knew what you were doing. Like, what do you mean? Okay, it definitely was giving off produced. You could barely sit down and talk to the ladies and be like, what's going on? You just immediately sat down and started talking about yourself. Like, So I went to Africa. I came back from Tanzania. I don't know how many times Monique said that this episode, but girl, you can give us $100 for each time that you mentioned it. Okay. I went to Tanzania. Oh my God, I could have just stayed in Tanzania. She just kept saying. But anyway, I went and talked to Winter. And I was like, Monique, yeah, producers got in your ear and said, girl, you don't go here to have this conversation. We need you to pull it out. But I will say, I think this episode was the best episode out of all of the ones that they've had, and it wasn't even like the bickering that happened at the end. It was just I don't know if it was the music or what, but this episode from beginning to end was much better than I was more interested until they got to the argument towards the end, right? They started to kind of lose me. But it was much better. So I said I was with Ashley on this. Like, I want Winter to shut up. The last thing I captured was when Winter said, you keep bringing up my relationship. And Ashley said, BIT ain't bring up your relationship. You brought up your relationship. And I said, let's go. She did. You did. Come on, Mia. Mia, come on from Potomac and let us know. You did bring up your relationship, ma'am. It was you. All right. They just had their judgments about it. But either way, let's move on. Okay, then she gonna sit up there. Girl, I love when Irena said, girl, you gotta go. You're gonna have to go. She was like, oh, I would love to go, Irena. Okay, I would love to go because had I known I'm just gonna come up here, girl, I would have worn my flats. I would have not have worn no heels to come up in some selfie box or whatever. I'm like, okay, then girl, we'll go. I don't know why you still standing up here talking in your heels if they hurt so bad, girl. Go on, run along and get in the car. Thank you. Let's keep going. So, what else is happening? Jamie and Irena are investors, or they started their own real estate company. So they went to this house that doesn't seem to be on a good side of town, but they're going to renovate it, right? So they had the house for about a year. When they walked into the home, I felt like, is this y'all first property that y'all got? I'm not seeing it be successful. And because I strongly do not see this property being successful, excuse me, I would like for Carlos them to follow this property to see how successful it's going to end up being, because it's just too much work to be done. And I hate the fact that y'all bought this house a year ago and have not tended to it at all. And then y'all have the audacity to sit up there and say, we don't want any squatters, but you're not doing anything to prevent the squatters. How do y'all go downstairs through the basement and just walk in without a key? Girl, ain't no way I'm finna secure a property. Do you hear what I say? And in some states, it's not easy to get squatters out of a home. Hello? So, and I think legally or whatever, but if that's the case, at least y'all could afford a door and a lock. Like, let me at least change those two things, okay? Let me make a harder door for them to get in. Let me take care of that, and maybe even take care of some windows. I know within a year, y'all could have afforded that at the minimum. Like, come on now. Come on. And then you walk in the house, still got trash and everything. I'm like, oh, baby, y'all are in for the time of y'all lives. And I don't know if you're going to get the return of investment that you're looking for. I don't know how much they paid for it. And looking at the house, I'm like, girl, they probably paid about $20,000 for their home. It probably wasn't even a whole lot. But at the same time, y'all gotta probably, like, girl, you don't know if they got termites or what's going on under the foundation, under that. Like, girl, y'all gonna have to really pull up some stuff. And they done brought these other two people in, like, hey, it got a good foundation. I said, do it? Do we have a good foundation in this neighborhood? Does it? Girl, cut it out. Y'all gonna be in over y'all head, I do believe. So I definitely want to see what's going to happen. So I hope that they follow this property. What else? Let's see what happens. So later on outside, we could see where Jamie and Irena got into an argument because she felt like she missed her best friend's birthday party because of him. When he came outside, he was yelling at her for whatever reason. I guess he had his own stuff going on. And I feel like Jamie strikes me as that person that when he's going through it, everybody else around him got to go through it too. He just gives me like that. That's just the energy that he brings. So she kind of got frustrated. She started to cry. She was big. She was upset or whatever. But I do feel like it wasn't fair for her to put all of that off on her husband. Like it was his fault that she didn't go to a birthday party. You left the prior event with those ladies' energy. That's what it was. You had more of their energy on you because you were there for more hours than you were with your husband. So to put that off on him like that was his fault, I don't think that was fair at all. I don't. But I did like how towards the end, They pretty much got over it. You know what I'm saying? Like real, I mean, they pushed past it. At least that's what it seemed like towards the end of the conversation. Cause I think she started to talk about what happened at the event with the ladies and stuff like that. Kind of like when Monique and them, even though, they kind of got into it, they pushed past it. It was what it was. It's a common thing in relationships. So that was pretty much the episode. Okay. Let's see what you guys are saying. They brought it. The argument was my favorite part. Was it? Okay. I like how their houses are built in DC and Baltimore. Aren't they called row homes? I honestly do not know. The gentrifiers are buying properties worse than that in DC for millions. That property will sell. But see, that's the thing. They're trying to rent it out. Now, I think it would probably behoove them to fix it up and sell it. That's where I think they're going to get their return at. But to rent it out, I don't know, because then you got to actually find people to come in and live in that home. And a lot of people choose their homes based on the environment outside. So it may not be, they may not, you know what I'm saying? Now, if they want to do a little Section 8, fix it up, you know what I'm saying? Put a price on it, maybe have a certain family live there that you go guarantee get a check from the government, right? But if they're, I would sell it. I would sell it after doing all those. I think it would be best. I think you have a point when it comes to selling. What else? Ain't no house in DC for no 20,000. Okay, not even for that side. Okay. It's hard to get squatters out in DC in particular. I figured that. Monique, you fought on national TV. Please shut up. Okay. Monique did some sauce on the she added something. She put some sauce on that story. Child, she was wrong. And I think that Winter called her out about that. I think Winter called her out about that. Exactly, Jamie. Monique needed to carry the bones to get things started. Very similar to Giselle. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Got to be careful with that role that you play, because then them same people you done brought on will be trying to be the same ones to push you out. I actually don't mind that, but don't be disingenuous. Gotcha. Let's see. Winter was saying stuff and then she backtracked in her argument with Ashley. And that's what I think got me. I started to get confused. I was like, what's going on? What's happening? What? Huh? Okay, I guess. I like Ashley, but I feel like she's doing too much. I don't think it was that serious to be coming at people crazy like you want to fight. I don't know if it was that she was coming at her like she wanted to fight, but she definitely was yelling at her, but I don't think she was trying to fight the woman. But that's just, how I perceived it. I think she just didn't like how she told one story to Monique and then turned around and said something else to her when primarily it was Monique. Girl, you knew you was messy for that. But anyway, y'all ready to switch gears? What? Monique is definitely wants Chris to respond to things like she does. It's exhausting. Yeah, I gotta be okay with that. They're not the same people. I do understand it gets frustrated though. I do understand that, because sometimes it can leave you feeling like you're misunderstood yourself, but the whole time the other person feeling misunderstood too, because they trying to express themselves and they can't express themselves how they want to. They got to express themselves how you want. So it can be extremely stressful. So they're going to have to continue to work on that communication. And I also think that's going to come with patience. And I also think you're going to have to sometimes give grace. You know what I'm saying? Gotta give a little grace up in that thing, but make no mistakes about it. He do need to get it together, because I do feel like Chris sometimes come off like he doing everything right and that he doesn't have to do anything else. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm always having to switch some stuff up. Let's see if this helps here. There we go. Perfect. That should work. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. All right. Oh, girl, this is definitely going much longer than what your girl had expected. So let's get it together. Hold on. What field? Southeast is the new spot. So for full price, what's Southeast? How much? What y'all talking about? That area looks like Southeast. Great. See, okay, Southeast DC. Now I'm gonna go pull up my real estate access, and I'm gonna be looking up at this stuff and see how much these things cost in the area. I'm used to houses run down like that to cost like extremely, extremely low, which is why people, corporations and different folks come in and they buy up those type of properties because they're easy grab. And then they build and put $1 million properties over there. And then it changes the market drastically in the area. Okay, if the house is in Southeast DC, it was $300,000. Okay, I'm gonna look that up, girl. Look at me. Let me slide over here. I'm gonna have to check that out. See what they got over there. Okay, we can continue this conversation at a later time, but I'm definitely going to look that up. Just give me a county. Give me a few counties over there, and we're gonna check it out. But anyway, girl, let's go ahead and scoot over. Let's scoot over so that we can get into love and marriage. Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's get into it because y'all know on last week's episode, Miss Wanda had the people down there tasting her food. She brought the family in. She wanted people to taste the food, see what it was giving. But the only thing I kept hearing about was some potatoes. Wanda, what happened to the other food? Did you not have any meats? Was the meats not cooked all the way through, like you said at the what was it you had? That pop-up event? Wasn't something not cooked all the way, or was it cooked too hard or something like that? Is that why we kept hearing about potatoes and we didn't hear anything about no meat? Everybody kept talking about the potatoes. The potatoes was good. Did they just come in and taste the potatoes, Wanda? Did you not have any green beans? Okay, you didn't have none of that. You had no green meat, no vegetables or nothing like that. What was going? Just the y'all got to let me know. Just the potatoes. Well, let's keep going. Okay, so Kiki shows up. Shout out to Kiki. Glad Kiki showed up. Kiki was the familiar face. We learned some things about the two light-skinned girls that look like twins that were standing, and they probably are twins, that were standing up there, looking misplaced as hell. Those are her sisters. They look like they were more placed when they sat down next to Kiki, because that scene looked more authentic to me. All right, versus them just standing up there attacking Marceau. I was so like, what is this? Okay, but anyway, let's keep going. So Kiki asked Tisha, like, girl, why you didn't return my call or whatever like that? And then Tisha said, girl, I didn't know I need to return no call like that. Like, how you know I even knew you called? How you know I missed the call or whatever like that? She said, because girl, I called you a few times. She's like, okay, well then, girl, I'm not even really talking to you. And she's like, well, girl, why are you talking to me? And that's when we get into the situation about Miss the things that she said, okay, about Miss Melody and stuff, okay? The things that Kiki said to Melody at the event. So Tisha doesn't like that she discussed her business or just discussed her in general around people that aren't necessarily fond of her. And I feel like Tisha definitely has a point about that. Like, that's not necessarily cool. But at the same time, I kind of felt like I understood Kiki as well a bit, right? Because it's like, you don't want me talking about you around certain people, but it's okay for you and your husband specifically to go out and discuss my business when it's information that I told specifically to you. That's not fair, right? So I definitely understood where they both were coming from with this, okay? So Kiki says, so the rules changed after you let your husband speak on me. I said, oh, wow, that hits different. Okay, so Tisha brings in Kiki's sisters and tells them, and this was interesting, and I highlighted this at a later time, but I noticed that when Kiki would reference Marceau, Tisha would shift the attention. She would deflect. So when Kiki says, oh, but it's okay for you to let your husband talk about my business, this is when Tisha decided to bring in her sisters and say, y'all sister want to be mad at me about something that happened years ago, da-da-da-da-da. Right? And then later on, we'll hear where Kiki brings up Marceau again. And then Tisha says, get your hand out my face. And it's like, I see what you're doing there. You're trying to shift, change it, rearrange it here. Let's stay on the subject. Okay. But anyway, let's keep going. So Tisha brings in the sisters and tells them how her cousin Kiki their sister teamed up with Mel to try and hurt her. I don't think that was the case. I don't think nobody teamed up to try and hurt her. I feel like Wanda has created this thing in Tisha's head where she thinks everybody's out to hurt her. I also think that Wanda is one of those parents that creates things in her daughter's head that makes her think that everybody is jealous of her as well. Instead of sometimes recognizing that you too could have been a flawed person in how you handle situations. It's not that people are always jealous of you or people are always out to hurt you. It's that people see how you rock. So they're going to rock differently, right? Based on how you have acted. So sometimes that's just what it is. It doesn't have anything to do with hurt or jealousy. But anyway, let's move on. Okay. So Marceau admits that he admits that he did tell Kiki business and then had the audacity, the clown fool audacity to say that I did tell your business, but what's your business really isn't your business. Well, Mr. Marceau, I wish that you would have used that when it came to Lewis, right? Remember how Lewis spoke on your marriage and you felt like he wasn't deemed necessary or in a certain position to speak on your marriage? Well, why would you feel like it's okay for you to speak on what's going on with Kiki with said friends? I wish you would have applied that at that time. How do you take somebody else's business and then tell them that it's really not their business, where if it was you in the situation, you would tell them that that's your business? Right? Oh, this is where we see the manipulation coming out of you. Let's keep going. Okay. It just didn't work here in this setting. Try it again later. All right. Anyway, so Bernard tries to chime in. I cackled. I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed every moment when Marceau told him to shut the fuck up. I'm not rocking with you. I said, please let him know. And when he called this man the female, the male version of Wanda, I said, it's getting there, huh? It's getting there. It's definitely getting there. All right. Anyway, so Kiki says everything they were supposed to move on from, they can't move on from it because Tisha continues to do something to stir it back up. And then you had somebody in the background saying, I agree, and I agree, and I agree. Oh, wow. Well, you see how that works. Sometimes it's you that do things. You know what I'm saying? It's not that people trying to hurt you, girl. It's just, I mean, that's what you do. Okay. So they feel like if you can do it, then I guess I can. I could do it too. Punchinella from the zoo. Okay, so that's just where we at. Anyway, so every time Kiki mentions Marceau, that's what I said. Marceau, I noticed that Tisha deflects. Okay, when she brought him up the first time, she shifted the focus to Kiki's sisters. Then when she brought him up again, she told her, "Get your hand out my face." Okay. Then this was the thing for me. Y'all know y'all done effed up when y'all got Wanda coming down there telling y'all to shut the fuck. Okay, because y'all out here doing too much. And Wanda had to come let y'all know if anybody gonna be out here acting the fool on this motherfucking show, it's going to be me. Okay, and I love my job very well. And y'all, Tisha, I don't give a fuck. You need to shut up. Okay, I need everybody to pipe down. And you know I fight all your battles, so I don't even know why you out here trying to throw anything at this time right now, because you know I handle it. Okay, I don't even know what you turning up for, girl. You know I do all of that. So y'all can cool it down right now. And Kiki, you know I'm not going to let you slide in and take my spot. I'm already in jeopardy right now anyway. We're not going to do it. Okay. So I said, not y'all got Miss Wanda coming down there being a real mama trying to check everybody and telling their ass to shut up and sit there. I said, I'm here for it, Wanda. I'm here for it when you got sense, and sometimes when you don't. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I like Wanda, you know. Some things I may not agree with, but I like Miss Wanda. Now she came down there and checked the people, honey. Now Tisha says that she never spoke to Kiki about Marceau having infidelity. Girl, this was the part that I love right here. Kiki said, what Kiki told her, Kiki said, now you a damn lie. Now you girl, you better what, girl, you better think. You better think. I said, ooh, is they cursing their cousins in Bessemer? Okay, I was here for it, girl. Kiki said, you never said that, Marceau. Kiki said, I never said that. Kiki said, I never said that, meaning I never told that to mail them. That's what I got from it. She said she never told that to mail them. She said, but girl, I will bring it up. Here go Marceau, you do it. I want you to do it. I want you to do it. You do it. I'm gonna blow everything up in it. You do it. You do it. You do it. Cause you know how I get. Kiki said, I know you will. You've done it before. I know you will. You've done it before. I know you will. I know. We know how you get down. We know how you get down. Then here go the cousin. Marceau, just stop. Just because, see, she's not going to go against you. You're her husband. You're making everything worse. Like, Marceau, just stop. I was like, Kiki, let him have it. Let him have it, Kiki. And I don't mean let him have it, meaning leave it alone. I mean, let him have it, meaning spill the tea. Okay? Because you know what's so funny? You know what's so funny to me? What is so hilarious to me is whenever Mel says that she has some tea to drop, Tisha runs around and say, I'm so tired of people saying that they got some things to drop. Didn't say it. People always talk about what they gonna drop. Like, girl, drop it. Where is it? And as soon as Kiki about to drop it like it's hard, here go your husband running in there. Do it. I want you to do it. I'm gonna set fire to everything out here. Everybody's stuff gonna be on the table. Do it. Girl, we're just trying to have a conversation. Okay, because the public just have a question. Hey, Miss Wanda. Okay, we just have a question and let her do it. So then Marcel dares her to bring it up. Kiki husband step in. I said, you better get in there, get in there. Get in there, get in there, get in there. Okay, that's the type of man you are. That's the no, if that's not that's the type of man you are, that's the type of man you are. Marcel, I noticed your tone changed when you went over there to talk to Kiki's husband. No, all I'm saying is you don't do that. You was just up here. Then you came down here. You don't do that. You don't play with nobody like that. All this stuff I did for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Family ain't supposed to come against each other like that. She was gonna air that bitch out. I said, let's air it out, Kiki. Set it off in this mother. Set it off, okay? Come on. You could have came out with Boosie. I wouldn't have mind. So Marcel started changing his tone, saying none of this should have happened. Then says, this was brought to y'all maliciously for this right here to happen. I said, you're not going to put all of that on Mel. This was brought to y'all. What do you mean? Mel didn't bring nothing to them. That's the thing. Mel didn't bring nothing to them. Kiki brought it to the function though, but Mel didn't bring nothing to them. Like I just do not. I can't. Thank you so much, Phil, for the super chat. Kiki and Marcel got something on each other. I believe it. Sorry, Kiki kept that mouth closed. Marcel heated for a reason. What Marcel got on Kiki? Listen, the streets is messy. I don't know. The streets is messy. Thank you so much, Phil, for super chat. I appreciate it. The streets is just messy. What else? So I said, don't put all that on Mel. First of all, y'all said that it was Kiki fault at first. It was Kiki fault for going over there entertaining conversations with Mel, and then now y'all flipping it and saying that it's Mel's fault and saying that Mel gave Kiki. It was a scheme that Mel set up for Kiki to come to y'all with the bid. Kiki did what she wanted to do. Okay, Kiki did what she wanted to do. Anyway, so Tisha talking about Kiki knows Kiki, you know what I've been through in my marriage for the last 5 years. You know what I've been through. What else? She also says you was the one that even gave me a heads up to tell me that Mel and Martell was gonna try to ruin my marriage. Now, Kiki, if you said that, you was flawed, you was wrong as hell, girl. You that was some shady SHI. If you did say that, and then gonna turn around and be up in Mel's house. We're going to have to clear that up. What is that about? So did you say that? You done ran back to Tisha, told her, be careful. They may try and break up her marriage. And then here you go over there hanging out with Mel. Whew, girl, that's a mess up, Miss Ma'am. You wrong for that, Suzanne. And then you got Tisha over there crying. She's really upset. And when Tisha said, you know what I've been through in the last 5 years of my marriage, I'll be honest and say, I don't think Tisha was talking about cheating or anything within her marriage. I think she was talking about during her time of being on this show. And people trying to, accuse her husband of cheating or whatever the case may be, right? I think that's what Tisha could have been talking about, but I don't know. I could be wrong as well. Tisha started crying. She walked off. Some part of me didn't really like the fact that Marcel watched her walk off in tears and then go over there at that time. I was like, you see her crying? You watching everybody else walk her over there. Like, you probably would be the best person to calm her down. So go over there. Oh, okay, I see what you're doing. You're trying to make sure big Kiki man, okay, don't jump on you or something. That's what it's giving. But all right, then, we get it. Let's move on. So Kimmy and Destiny link up. They speak on Stormy, of course, in that overall situation, dealing with Stormy. Destiny said that she was cool with Stormy at one point. At least she thought that they were cool. But she says that, what she said, Stormy? Oh, I think that they had spoke or that she had called her or something like that. They had talked to each other at some point, and how, I can't even remember what else they talked about. Hold on one second. Yeah, she said she talked to Stormy, and I didn't even write all the notes on what it is that they talked about, but basically she was cool with Stormy at one point, so she was a bit taken back when she came to the Galentine event and came at her. And it's like, I don't really think Stormy was coming at you. I think Stormy was asking you a question, but you're so upset that you no longer have Mel as a friend. And you also came up there on some you and Tisha together about to hop on Mel, that you probably assumed that Mel came up there with the same mindset with Stormy to hop on you. And you just took it the wrong way. It is what it is. And she says that sweetie is a common term that she used. And it may be a common term that you use, but we also can use it in a different tone. And I think that's how it came across as well. I don't do that, sweetie. I don't da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, don't call me sweetie, because not only are you not owning your SHI, but you also trying to call me sweetie in the middle of it. You know exactly what you're trying to do. You're trying to sun me. And when I show you that I'm a person that you're not going to sit up here and sun, you want to get mad and you want to walk off because you feel like you need to cool off. Well, you go do that. Okay. So what else happened? She says that she was going through a lot because, Kimmy was like, so, hey, you think you probably was going through a lot or whatever that contributed to your actions or whatever? She was like, yeah, I think that I was. Of course, she had her divorce. Of course, she was battling with the custody or whatever she had going on with her son. Then she was losing a friendship. And Miss Kimmy's losing a friendship. Like, you don't think that it was just like a hump in the road? Like, no, this girl is literally grieving the loss of a friendship, which is close to, like, especially if it's been a long term friendship, it's close to losing a relationship, girl, for real. Okay, so she definitely was going through it, I'm sure, but I still feel like that ain't got nothing to do with Stormy. Even with you losing that friendship, Stormy was still interacting with you. She was still cool with you. You just confirmed that yourself. You was just on the phone with Stormy. Y'all was talking about whatever. Just a few days prior to the Galentine event, you felt comfortable enough with Stormy to reach out to her and ask her to be a sponsor. So obviously, Stormy did not care too much about the situation you had going on with Mel. She was still okay with rocking with you and keeping the relationship separate. You know how you did with Tisha? When Tisha and Mel weren't on good terms, but Mel never stopped Tisha or stopped you from getting to know Tisha, she did the same thing with Stormy. But you just saw Stormy as a threat in that moment based on how you and Tisha came to the Galentine event. Let it rap. Yeah. Anyway, so when it came down to it, I think that Kimmy could have asked her about the friendship or if she's planning on getting back cool with Mel or something like that. And she says, girl, it ain't nothing else for me to do. Because how I feel about the situation, I feel like I don't have the issue. Melody is the one with the issue. So that's where we at. Destiny don't know. She been making up her own scenarios. Oh God. Kimmy is getting on my nerves, trying to be the peacemaker. Let these people fight. Not let these people fight and move on. Ooh, Destiny is as, if not more passive aggressive than Mel. Oh, okay. Kimmy is on my nerves this season, just going from person to person, pretending to be concerned. Oh wow, Destiny is fake. You what? She told so many stories. Mel was not her village, and Mel was her village. Which one is it? Oh yeah, that is kind of true. The way she approached her last season about being her village, whole time this lady over here paying for bills and stuff, and you didn't even have to ask. That's just a friend being in tune with a friend. You feel what I'm saying? That sounds like something I would do. Like, hey, yo, boom, here you go. You know what I'm saying? Yikes, girl, yikes. But when they mad, they never think about that. And that's just not Destiny. I think that's people in general. You know what I'm saying? They be so upset in the moment for whatever reason. And sometimes I feel like that upsetness comes from them trying to escape accountability for anything that they may have done. You know what I'm saying? So, yikes, unfortunate situation. Marcel and Tisha. Let's skip on down. Marcel, because I think Martell linked up with Miss Melnika. Nothing too much going on there. He linked up with Melnika about the wine, and they're going to do the whole thing in Atlanta with the tasting and stuff. So that happened. And then I think it was a scene with Tiffany and Lewis, and how I guess he didn't run up to her and ask her how her trip was, and he waited to ask her about the trip. She thought he was going to ask her about it when they got home or whatnot. And he didn't. He wanted to give her time to cool down. I don't know what's really going on with the both of them. I don't know. Maybe they got some other underlining issues with each other that have yet to be addressed. I don't know what's going on with them. But anyway, Marcel and Tisha. So when it comes to Miss Wanda and this truck, he's not interested in investing, not in that broke down truck. He feels like they need to come with him with some numbers and an actual business plan, and let's see like where we are versus where we're trying to go. And then he may be open to doing, investing. He may be open to investing. Okay. They also speak on Kiki and how wrong they felt she was. Tisha says she cried because she thinks Kiki don't like her and that she's her enemy. She was looking at her like, I'm her enemy. I don't know. But what I do know is it makes me think about Melody. And when old girl referenced you as Melody's enemy, you had such a hard time seeing that you could possibly be an op or whatever to Mel, right? But with your own cousin, you noticed it immediately. Girl, cut it out. Cut it quick. Anyway, so Marcel starts talking about Bernard. right? And he says that he's the male Wanda. That was comical. The family see the same thing that we see. They see the same thing on their end that we, the public, see when it comes to their marriage. Okay. What else? Tisha, let's see. Tisha says, never mind the people. What she said, never mind the people, but when she asks a question to him, she wants to answer directly. And he gonna tell her he wants her to not ask him disrespectful questions, questioning his character. So she's like, well, what's a disrespectful question? He was like, did you take some wine over to Mel's house? He was like, that's questioning my character. He said, number one, what did he say? He said, number one, I don't even know where Melody live. And number two, when have I ever taken some, like, just delivered some wine to somebody's house? Like, that's questioning my character. And I mean, I guess it's questioning your character. I mean, it's just like, think logically, like, do you think has he ever done it? Is that something that you think he would do? Like, I mean, pick and choose the questions. She said she already picks and chooses the questions that she asked him. But at the same time, it makes me think, when she says she does pick and choose the questions, and he's like, he wants her to make sure it's not disrespectful in a manner that's going to question his character, makes me wonder if his character is already in question by your wife. Because obviously she thinks that you do have the capabilities, and that is within your character for you to do just those things that she's bringing to you, because she already said that she is very selective on the questions that she brings to you. You know, and that's what she said. Not so much as what the public think, but that's how she feel and what she think. So y'all don't have to work on that part there. What else? Yeah, I think we talked about it. We talked about that. Mel and Kimmy. So Kimmy wants Mel and Destiny to get back linked up. Destiny, and what we learned is that Destiny reached out to Mel. So first of all, Kimmy says, well, you know, she moved here and she don't have no village. She ain't got no friends or whatever. First of all, Mel says, well, she did reach out to me after the Galentine event. We weren't hearing each other. Things got a bit heated. I told her, hey, let's give each other a call. Like, let's do this another day. Destiny agreed, said they'll talk the next day. Mel says she hasn't heard from her. So I'm like, well, did you want to finish the conversation, Mel? Because did you not reach out to her? Or were you waiting on her to reach out? And then Destiny, the same question for you. Did you want to reach out to her? Did you want to finish the conversation? Because it seems like neither one of y'all reached out to each other. Okay. And if that is the case, I feel like Mel, just say that. Don't put it off on Destiny as though, well, Destiny never called me back. Like, if you didn't want to talk to her, you could just say that too. Like, you wasn't interested in finishing the conversation. It is what it is. Okay. I'm not going to beat no dead horse, whatever. But Mel also said something that made me be like, ooh, shit. When Miss Girl, Kimmy was like, oh, you know, she don't got no village or whatever. She needs the village. She ain't got no village or whatever. And then Mel says, well, that's fine, you know, because she also mentioned how she likes to go through things alone, right? So maybe that's just something she wants to do, and that's okay. Sometimes people do need their space. And Mel had to agree to that because she too gets to a space where she wants to deal with stuff on her own, and she just wants to be to herself. Hence, once she's finished with the show. But also I felt like that was a big shade. You know, you want a village, but then you don't give the village, you don't tell the village nothing for them to really be there for you. So I don't know, girl. I don't know what's going on with this complicated situation, honey. Okay. Because even though Destiny don't tell you everything that's going on with her, you know enough to be able to like support her and help her out. Like, I'm sure she didn't tell you about her lights being cut off or whatever, but well, I ain't gonna say lights being cut off. I take that back. But whatever the notice was that was on her door, but you chose to take care of it. So this is just the end of a friendship, end of an era. I don't see them, you know, linking up, being cool or anything like that. Yeah, and then the last thing that happened was Martell and them getting ready to go on this trip. Martell is single, so he's going to do what single men do. He said he want him a few linebackers. I was wondering how Miss Ariane was going to take that. Yikes. And Marcel and them going to hang out. So it seems like they are going to be reliving their ATL trip, because it seems like they're still going to go to the strip club and do all of that extra stuff, and they're going to have a great time. I do think Marcel kind of made a little point though when he said that if you feel like you got to keep women away from you, then that means that you have no self-control over yourself, right? So I feel like he kind of had a point with that. Like, I mean, you should be able to control yourself at the end of the day around other women instead of being fearful. That means that you don't trust yourself, and you likely know that you're going to do something out of character. Oh, wow. Well, that's all that I have for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's see what you guys are saying over here in the Chitty Chat Patty. Let's see. At this point, I feel like the only storyline is to be Matt what I think, what I feel at this point, I feel like the only storyline is to be mad at Mel. Got you. I don't see why any of them have to be friends with her. If y'all don't like her, just leave the just leave the the show not even about friends. Gotcha. All the storylines are worn out. Tisha gonna stay with her man. Mel and Destiny are done. Kimmy and Maurice are gonna play in our faces. Are gonna play in our faces, and Martell is still using people for their licensing. Y'all are a mess. Mel's salty because Destiny didn't share her marriage drama. She's being spiteful as fuck. I do feel like people are out there like that. I mean, that could be true about her. I don't know, but I do feel like people, they be like that. They do get mad when you don't share stuff when they're the ones that's sharing the most about their relationships. But why should Mel have to choose this grown woman? What? Oh, chase this grown woman down. I don't think it's that she has to chase her down because the woman called her. You know what I'm saying? The woman called her, they talked, it didn't work out well. Mel was the one that suggested they talk the next day. So I think for me, either one of them that wanted to entertain the conversation could have called each other. So I don't know if they're still waiting to this day for each other to do that. But if Mel wanted to have the conversation, she could have called her. Chasing her down is not the same as just giving her a call the next day. And if that person don't answer, they just don't answer. Like, well, at least I called. I did my part. So whatever they want to do with it, it's on them. But she don't have to call her 5, 6, 7. She don't have to do that. Now, if they ended the call and Destiny was like, all right, well, I'll call you tomorrow. Yikes. Then she's waiting. She's still waiting on her to call her. This show is worn out. This Mel mess. Carlos need to get back to the drawing board. Oh, okay. Destiny has been in Huntsville long enough to build a village. Ooh, wow. Wow. Well, it seems like, and that's interesting when I think of that comment. It's like you telling Mel that Destiny still needs a village. But she cool with everybody on the damn cast but Mel. So what else do you need? She already got her village. Like, what else? What are you talking about? Mel has had a bitter aura ever since she left Martell. She was so happy when she thought they were SHI on everybody else. I don't know if she was happy then because Mel started to have you been watching since season 1? Like Mel started to kind of like allude to what he was doing already. So I don't think it's that she was just happy from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? She kind of was already showing that they weren't perfect from the very first season. I thought she made it clear that Destiny had the issues. So if she wanted to talk, she would call. At least that's how I took it. Destiny, the mad one. Okay. I wish they just let this friendship die. Just die. Melody was not going to break her neck to call her. Clearly, although Destiny came across as a leech, I feel like she was down for Mel and had her back. She could just be annoying like a little sister. Okay. All right. And then let's see, the last thing that I really care to even talk about is let's remove these things. Let's remove these things real quick. The nightcap. So y'all know there was some housewives that was on the nightcap. You had Sheree, you had Kim, you had Lisa, and I think it's Deshawn. I hope I said her name right. I think it was Deshawn. You had those ladies that were on the show. And this was I didn't get a chance to fully watch it, honestly, but I will play a quick clip of what did take place, which seems to be going viral. And we could just chit chat real quick about that. All right. So let me put this up here.
Suit that's coming out where she alleged a lot of things that happened. Kim, your name is mentioned in it.
Let me move some things real quick, like for you guys. There we go. Wanted to get that out of here. And then now we can start.
We know that Nene has this lawsuit that's coming out where she alleged a lot of things that happened. Kim, your name is mentioned in it. Is there anything that you can say about that whole situation?
I mean, she knows what she's saying is not true in regards to me. That's ridiculous, and she knows it. So I'll deal with her when she's done with them.
Ooh.
You can't say things, and that aren't true, and try to defame somebody. That's so.
And somebody said you guys were just together on the stage.
No,
saying
they
how
were,
much
they were
you
on the
missed each
stage
other,
and we saw it. And you're like, you
I
guys
didn't
are
see it,
hugging
but-
each
I mean,
other.
well, Sheree, come on. We never know who we're gonna get. So.
What do you mean by that?
I never know if she's gonna be nice or if she's gonna be mad or if she's gonna be. I never know really who I'm gonna get that day. So, I feel bad for her. So.
And have you guys kept in touch with her, or
On social media, not recently, but when Greg passed.
Okay. Okay. And what do you guys think about what's been going on with her in this whole situation?
Keep this real.
Go ahead, sis.
So when they talk about what original you want to come back, she never said Lisa Wu. She said Kim Zolciak. So I'm bothered by that. And so, like, discrimination. And so the same person, like, she keeps saying, I need you to call Kim.
So I think what you're trying to say
I
is,
get it.
whenever Nene would be asked, what original housewife, what OG would you love to come back on the show?
Oh.
She would always say Kim.
Yeah.
So I think what you're trying to say is,
I get it.
if
reached
things
out
were
to
that, if things were that bad with Kim, why is she the first name that comes out your mouth when asked, who would you want to come back on the show with you?
But she still follows me on Instagram, so she ain't that mad.
You said what?
I said she
Instagram?
still follows me on Instagram. She ain't that mad.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
No, but I
Oh.
don't care about the Instagram
I'm just kidding.
stuff. Let's
I'm just
talk about the
kidding.
real,
Right.
like the real issues.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's
look,
talk about
like,
the real issues.
well, like you said, we're all praying that the situation works itself
Will
out.
heal itself.
Yes, exactly. We know that Nene.
All right, you guys just heard what they talked about over there on the show, honey. We gonna see what Kim really gonna do when she talking some. She gonna deal with Nene when she done with Bravo. I don't think she gonna deal with Nene at all, because if so, she would be dealing with her right now. And I also feel like Nene wasn't lying about the treatment of Miss Kim. Then Kim quit halfway through a season and did whatever it is that she wanted to do, and then ended up being rewarded by having her own show as well. I mean, maybe maybe I forgot about that. I don't know. Lisa Wu being upset. I think I understood what Lisa Wu was saying, not so much as what Carlos was trying to mention that she was saying. I think Lisa was just saying, listen, Nene never advocated for me in no interviews when it came down to like bringing somebody back. So why would I sit up here and advocate for her and support her in this suit that she got going on? That ain't got nothing to do with me. So let's keep that shit a buck all day. I'm not going to sit up here and support her in nothing that she got going on. And I also feel like, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, I just feel like, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing if Lisa Wu came back as a friend of the show, whatever, that's cool. But I feel like I don't recall Deshaun having a lot to say, but y'all can correct me on that. And Lisa Wu, I feel like they haven't been around on Bravo enough to really know about the treatment. I feel like the only people that could speak to that are people that's actually been there for a while. I think they only did maybe one season, maybe two. So yeah, I think it's like the treatment over a while. And I feel like a lot of the stuff that Nene referenced about Kim were more so like the mid time, like from the time that they started to where they are now, somewhere in the mid season where neither one of those ladies were around. So I don't think they can really speak to the prejudice or anything that was going on, the treatment, but yeah, I feel like Sheree could talk to that, but she's cool with Kim, so she's not gonna say a whole lot, which she doesn't. But Nene did put up a post. Let me see if I can pull up Miss Nene post, honey, over here. Let me see if I can pull it up, because Nene did put up a cute little post of herself, honey. And Nene said, girl, bye. I'm not stunned, y'all. Y'all feel how y'all want to feel. Y'all gonna do that anyway, because that's just how y'all is, okay? Let's see here. Ooh, girl. Nene, you're funny. You're funny. Okay. Give me 1 second. Toot toot. So this is Miss Nene here. Okay. Nene says it's giving they all obsessed years later. Oh wow. Oh my. Are they still obsessed years later? I guess. That's just what Nene said. So I just wanted to show you guys her response to that. Okay, so I don't really have a whole lot to say, girl. The lawsuit's still ongoing. We're gonna see what's gonna happen, child. It is what it is. Let's see what you guys saying, and then I'm gonna head up out of this thing. Okay, Lisa Wu was better on Hollywood Divas. So IDK, why she even cares about what Nene did or didn't do? Right. Why did Lisa leave the show? I'm not sure. I feel like they probably didn't invite her back. I don't know. I think Lisa came back a couple of times to appear in episodes, but not too many. Okay. I didn't know who that other lady was. LOL, it's just Kim and Lisa. Gotcha. Lisa could have used her then divorce to Ed Hartwell as a storyline back then. Right. I don't think this will ever happen, but with Keisha Knight Pulliam, I do wonder the relationship that her daughter has with her dad, and if she does have a relationship with her siblings, which are Lisa Wu's kids. I doubt if Miss Keisha Pulliam would ever do Real Housewives of Atlanta. Maybe not, but that would be interesting to see. Even if she was like a friend of the show and we just got to see a little bit of interaction between the two, I wouldn't be mad at that. But her daughter is so freaking cute. But yeah, because Lisa, you were boring. So because you weren't good TV, you gonna ignore the truth. Bitter as oh wow. Okay. I actually like Lisa Wu on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Gotcha. People can dislike Nene all they want, but nothing in that lawsuit was a lie. Nene wanted to make good TV and get that check no matter what. All right. So there's that. Yeah, I don't think everything Nene said. I don't think she was lying. I don't, girl. It's a little complicated though, as I've always said, because it's like you still continue to interact with them. Okay. And the only reason this uproar came about was because you weren't given the money that you wanted. So it's just going to be interesting to see how that case is going to play out, what's going to be able to be proven versus what's not. You know, I don't know, y'all. That's going to be real interesting. Ooh. I wonder if they're going to settle. And then I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it makes her case complicated when you have a lot of women that's not willing to speak on her behalf that's already on the show or were not on that are no longer on the show and can speak and validate what Nene is saying. Like nobody wants to touch that. So if they were to go to court or something, this went all the way to trial, how is it going to work? I'm sure she's going to subpoena people, but how is that going to be on the stand? Because they can only speak from their experience, which to me can, even if they have experience what Nene experienced, right? They can easily be like, that wasn't my experience, unless there is some proof, hardcore evidence via text where they can prove like, no, there was a time where you actually felt that Bravo did this and Bravo did that. So I don't know, guys. It's going to be interesting and it's going to be a very, very messy. But that is all that I have. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed the reviews. Okay. On Love and Marriage DC, Love and Marriage Huntsville, put a ring on it, the nightcap, all of that other great stuff, honey. Even my rant. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Please be sure to like the video. As I said, if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and do that. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at jamithatsme, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.